how to apply buttons. Okay, basically some small prerequisite things are required. Not a huge input is required over here for the creation of this particular button and charts. Basically, what our aim would be today is that what we are going to do is that when I will click on this button, okay, this button. First of all, how to, let's say, insert this button, that would be a question. Then you might be knowing how to create this chart, isn't it? Any chart, it's not about this chart, but any chart. First you need to create any chart which you want to use for the button purpose. Okay, so just see over here, observe that there can be of, let's say, n number of requirements and uh, n number of opportunities that you might use in your charts. But over here, what we are going to see is that how a button can be used with a combination of bookmarks. Okay, so basically what we are going to do is that, let's say, client need to see these two charts. Okay, but it should not be visible simultaneously, but it should be visible when user switches. Okay, when user clicks or switches based on button. For example, if the user clicks on a button which is, let's say, written, let's say, line chart. Okay, so that line chart should appear, and at that particular moment there should not be visibility of this bar chart. Okay, again, if a client want to see only this bar chart, he is not interested in looking this categorical chart, or let's say we don't want to show this chart at that particular point. Okay, so that should be not visible at that point if this has to be achieved using buttons. Okay, so what we can do is that, let me demonstrate you over here. A step-by-step information is been provided, so you can just follow up there. Okay, these are two charts which I have created. How to insert button over here? From insert tab, there's an option which is called button. Okay, now here are lots of button that is available. uh, every button over here has a different meaning and different operations. Here there's one particular blank button which does not have any particular operation over here, which is blank. You can assign any operation. So I'll choose this one. Click. Then there's a button over here at the top left corner. You can see on the canvas there's button. Put it over here. Since I want two of them, isn't it? So I'll copy and I'll paste it over here. Let's say I'll just make it like this, and I'll go with the same over here like this. Okay, place is there. Now let us give name, isn't it? Let's name them. I'll double click on that. Okay, selecting that, I have this title. I'll just turn on the title and I'll give it, let's say, I want to be name as a line chart. That would be fine. And font size, at least it should be 18 with a background color of, let's say, this one, so it will be visible, and center line. That's the button which has been created over here. I'll go with this second button. Turn it on. Let us give the text. It is bar chart, so I'll say it is as a bar chart. Again, it align it to the center, give it with a background color like this, and give a bit higher font size. Okay, so we have two buttons ready over here. Now, as I said, the purpose of these buttons would be, if I click on line chart, only line chart should be appearing. If I click on this bar chart, only bar chart should be appearing. Okay, so how to achieve this operation? Let's say how to achieve this activity over here. For this, we need to first, let's say, sync. We need to sync the this represented, or this operation with represent to bookmark first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'll first bookmark this too. At initial, you will not have this option over here. You will be just simply looking an empty bookmark at initial stage. So I'll just select this one. First, I have selected the line chart. I'm going to make it as a bookmark. I'll name it line chart, and or line plot. Line plot would be better. Line plot. Next, I'll select this bar chart and I will add it others, naming it again bar plot. Bar plot over here. Done. Now this is done. Now, as I said, when I click on this line plot, when I click on this line plot, there should be only visibility of this line chart. Okay, when I click on this line plot, there should be only visibility of this line plot. Others, again, if you want to keep these buttons, keep it there. But if I don't, since I don't want this bar plot or this bar chart, what I will do, based on this selection pane, I will just simply hide it out like this. It is gone. Since this is one operation what I want, this is the scenario, let's say this is the picture that this particular line chart should be resembling, isn't it? Line chart should be remembering this. What it wants, this line chart should not show me the chart, this chart. Okay, so I'll go over here, line plot, I'll on this 3 dot option ellipse, I'll just update it. I'll just update it. Means whenever I click on this line chart, it will not show me the that bar plot. Okay, now come towards the bar plot. Now instead of removing this bar plot, we'll be hiding, not removing, but let's say hiding this line chart. Okay, so I'll go over here and I will hide it, and I'll make it remember by updating it. This process has to be now remember. So if I click on line chart, only line chart. If I click on bar chart, bar chart. Now this action which is there, this process which is available there, we are going to imprint, or let's say we are going to give this particular let's say um, process to be inherited in this bar and line chart. Okay, in this button. So now what I will do, I'll double click on this, the button what we have created there, we have created. I'll double click on that, and if you see over here, yeah, okay, if you see over here, see there are these options which you will see. Let me just uncheck it out. It will look like this. Okay, at initial. So what I want to give this action, isn't it? I want something to be happen. Okay, when I click on this, there should be something that has to be occurred over there, that should be occurring at the same. So that action would be, if I click on bar chart, bar chart should appear, isn't it? That is the action that I want. So with selecting this bar chart, go to the action, switch it on, get the drop down. At this type, okay, at this type, there's called bookmark. There are different options that you have. There are different let's say actions that you can give in that. Since we are going to follow with bookmarks, so I'll click the bookmark option, and particularly which bookmark I want over here, this is bar plot. I just want to see the bar plot over here. So that means the bar plot that it is been saved, the updated which have been saved with the represent to bar plot, that will be used over here. That action will be saved over here. Okay, done. Now once it is done, go to the next. Yeah, go to the next button. Again, switch on the action, go to the bookmark. None over here. This is a line chart. I'll click on the line chart. That is done. Now if you look over here, see, if I click on the bar plot, this is a bar plot, and if I click on the line chart, see that line chart. See, switching, how much easy it is, isn't it? Now to activate this switch, you need to press control. Okay, you see there's a pop-up over here. Okay, there's a tooltip that is showing control. Press the control and then click on the button. Control, click on the button. Control, click on the button. Now common mistake what I have seen is that sometimes we tend to click on this line chart. See, line chart जो लिखा है ना यहाँ पे, the line name, the title that we give, we tend to click on that. That's why what happened, there is no switching over there. Okay, that's why you will not see any switching. You need to make sure that your cursor, okay, your cursor, it's not in this arrow headed, it should be in this hand symbol, like this, like this, like this, like this. So simple. Switching is very easy. Okay, try it on yourself.